All right. There's this rumor. We're just gonna call it a rumor for now. But there's this rumor that Keith Thurman and Mario Barrios is a done deal for January 29th. All right, and it's gonna be a pay-per-view. All right, this is the rumor. All right, so I'm not sure. Maybe we'll get more news. Maybe they'll change some things up, change opponents. Maybe change it being a pay-per-view. I don't know. All right, I ain't seen no really extremely good, reliable source come up with this news yet. So we're just gonna call it a rumor. But if it is true, I'm not gonna rant and rave about it. Keith Thurman could do what he wants to do. I spoke on him briefly last night because I said that I knew he was gonna have a tune-up. If he says that he'll fight Bud in the summer of next year, that means he's planning on fighting someone before that. We knew he had a fight coming up. He's been training, he's been in the gym. And I figured that it was going to go the same way that the Pacquiao fight went. He was going to have a tune-up, which at that time, a couple years back, was Josecito Lopez. And then he went on to fight Manny Pacquiao, right? So I figured, you go another 2 years, or even longer now, because now you coming up close to 3 years. So you go on another 2 years, and by this time, if they were to fight in January, it'd be pretty much like 3 years since he fought Josecito Lopez, and then he fought Manny Pacquiao in the summer. All right, so we like 2.5 years. If that's what he wants to do, then fine. If it's really a pay-per-view, I'm not gonna have anything to do with that. If we have a pay-per-view, I probably won't make another video talking about that again. All right, because instead of just complaining, it's like, you know what? If it's a pay-per-view and I don't like it, just don't support it. It's pretty much that simple. We don't have to support it. We don't have to make a million videos talking about how it's ridiculous that it's a pay-per-view, because this is such a mismatch. There was no point in Mario Barrios' career that he was a welterweight. All right, this guy started at 122. Now, I know Pacquiao started at a lower weight to that, but that's Manny Pacquiao. It's a different situation. Mario Barrios just lost to a lightweight, okay? So for Keith Thurman to fight Mario Barrios, this is like a real tune-up. Like this for him, this is like a real tune-up. A guy that just was stopped by a lightweight is going to go right into fighting Keith Thurman, like former unified champion Keith Thurman at welterweight. Like, I know Keith is not in his prime anymore, but this is like really beneath him, like really. Like, I think at this point, if he's cool to sign off to fight Mario Barrios, I lost the hope, because that's something that I wouldn't have expected one time to do at this point. Like, that's like really beneath him, because he's not even fighting a welterweight. He's fighting someone that just lost to a lightweight, So if that's what he's gonna do, it's just like a guaranteed. Like, they needed to put him against a guarantee. Like, this is below Josecito Lopez, in my opinion, because at least Lopez been in there with some of the top dudes. He's been in there with Canelo. He's been in there with Victor Ortiz. He's been in there with a lot of people. He's been in there with Berto. This is like a real safe, super safe fight. If he came back and I found out that he was fighting like Andre Berto, all right, you know what? That's a fight that you got to really be sharp. Even though Andre Berto's older, he's been inactive as well. But that's something that, you know what I'm saying? You got to really gear up to fight. He's a former champion. Andre Berto got a lot of punching power. He's a proven welterweight. That's different. I just think if the rumors are true, and if it is Mario Barrios, that's way beneath him. That's way beneath him at this point. And, it is what it is. I think at this point, if that's the guy that they're tuning up with, whether he fights Spence, whether he fights Bud, I don't think there's any real confidence in him at this point. I think whoever he fights at this point, any elite fighter at this point, is going to beat him if he has to stoop that low. So, kind of disappointed news, but again, you're not going to continue. I'm not going to continue talking about it. And being that it's a pay-per-view is ridiculous. I don't even need to go there. I'm just saying the level of opposition, Barrios having to go up to face him, coming off a knockout loss where he was hurt a few times in a fight. That's wild to me. That's wild. You know, Keith doing this YouTube things over the years. Keith has definitely been one of my favorite fighters over the years, but this is a new low for me. You know. But yo, he got to do what he got to do. You know, only he knows his body and where he's at this stage. And this is a clear sign for me. Like, for me, I don't know. Everybody could look at it a different way. Maybe I'm being too harsh. But if you have to stoop that low to a guy that's not even a welterweight and a guy that's not even really a proven junior welterweight. He's not a proven junior welterweight. All right? And just coming off of a stoppage loss to a lightweight, damn, like, nah. Can't support it, man. Can't support it. So anyway, if it is true, it's the first and last time I'll speak on it. I'm expecting Keith Thurman to knock him out. Even a rusty, dusty Keith Thurman should be able to get up and stop this guy, because I'm not even expecting the same kind of intensity that Josecito Lopez brought. You know, and I know Keith is later in his career. You know, he's coming off the loss. I know he was depressed. I know he's coming from a lot. But this is like a low for Keith, even for Keith. And for me, if this fight is real, I don't even want to keep talking about him being up there with the top dudes, you know, especially with the inactivity. All right. So anyway, we'll see what happens, man. You know, more news come up. Don't expect a prediction or a breakdown. Keith by stoppage, even a rusty Keith by stoppage, no matter what. All right. And now I actually believe the Tank Davis fight is a possibility. I actually believe it now. Like, I believe it. I know that they were talking a little bit about it, but I was like, nah, like Keith Thurman against Tank, that's ridiculous. Now I believe that that fight can actually happen in the near future. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. All right, so anyway, those are my views on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment. Might be really harsh, but I got to keep it 100. That's the way I see it. I expect much more from Keith Thurman, and this is a low for me. All right, so anyway, subscribe, hit that like button. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.